Now he gets another opportunity to be a starting quarterback.
Breaking down a play and talking strategy is what Brian Griese does. Talking football is easy. Talking about grief is hard.
We don't talk about death. We are a grief-avoidant and death-avoidant culture. And there's a reason for that. It's hard. And sometimes there are no words. And we always, as adults, we try to fix. You know, there's a kid that we see that's in pain, and that makes us feel bad, and we want to help fix it right now. Well, you can't fix a child that lost his mom.
Brian was a boy when his mom died, and for the past 20 years, he's been working to help other boys and girls.
1 out of every 14 kids will have a parent or a brother or sister die before the age of 18. In our state, just here in our state, that's 89,000 youth. Across the country, that's over 5 million youth.
Judi's house is where Brian and his wife Brooke invite families to come to talk.
First time that I saw Brian actually sit in a room full of kids who were grieving, and these were little kids, and he was this big, strong, starting quarterback for the Broncos at the time. That was powerful because I saw a light come on in his eyes that I hadn't seen.
It's an extension of my grief process. Like when I lost my mom, I was angry. I was sad. I went through all those emotions, and I didn't really have any word that I felt like I could express those.
These walls of this home have held so many families and heard so many stories.
At Judi's house, the kids gather and the adults meet. They have a rage room, an energy room, a sand room. They eat together, they laugh, and they cry.
And sometimes the most important part of that is just letting them know you are there for them and listening, really listening, and helping them know that they're not alone with their grief.
Chelsea and her little brother and sister came here when their dad died.
It was important for me to know, hey, this is normal. It's gonna come out of nowhere. Grief's not anything that you can plan.
They came back again years later when their mom died because of her alcoholism.
Being sad because they're gone. It's being angry because they're gone. Being upset because of what feels like the choices that they made, and guilt as to why wasn't I enough. There's a lot behind it. My dad was a lot of just the sadness. My mom's been a lot of the anger.
Judi's house began with just 10 brave children and grew to 12,000. A new home in the Central Park neighborhood will open this fall. They need more room because sad things still happen and children need to talk.
The sense that time heals all wounds, but not all wounds. We all need help sometimes, and it looks different for each individual, but grieving is universal. That's something that connects us all.
So they'll keep listening, because at Judi's house, no story is too long or too short. Every story is from the heart.
Well, it's a story of love. It's a love story, as Brooke likes to call it. That's what all this is about. That's why we grieve, is because we grieve the absence of that relationship and that love. But it doesn't go away just because it physically is gone. And that's one of the things that we're helping to teach the kids and the families that come here.
Giving them a place to grieve and love and live again.